The New York artist Jennifer Batten relives her experience as a member of the King of Pop's team for a decade in the show This Is Michael, which was recently on tour in Spain. Born in New York in 1957, Batten is one of the pioneers in the world of the guitar. Although she acknowledges that she has never felt discrimination in her line of work due to the fact she's a woman. She also confesses that at the beginning of her career, she experienced situations that were, to say the least, peculiar. I quote, "I didn't really realize that there was a difference in that kind of thing until I chose the major I wanted to study. When I went to my first guitar class in music school, I realized that I was the only woman in class. However, I was in Michael Jackson's band. I was one of the team, and the rest of the musicians made no difference to me. The same thing happened to me when I was playing with Jeff Beck's group. I was a fan of the Jackson 5, although I didn't have any of their records. I heard them on the radio. Then when Off the Wall came out, I listened to it a million times. The same thing happened to me with Thriller. And, in fact, for years I played Beat It in a cover band. I then auditioned for their band to over 100 guitarists. When they selected me, I played with the group for a month before I got to see Michael for the first time. The day before, we moved from a small rehearsal space to a larger one with a full tour stage. He and Frank DeLeo, his manager, showed up. When we started playing, Michael started to dance, so we understood that everything was fine. His extreme respect for everyone. He greatly appreciated the effort we made to achieve the highest level, what was expected of us. That attitude made everyone in the band happy. Despite having released 4 albums under her own name, having spent several years playing with Jeff Beck's band, and having extensive experience in the field of teaching, Jennifer Batten is mainly known for participating over a decade on 3 of MJ's most successful tours: Bad, Dangerous, and History. Michael Jackson taught me 2 things. First, the importance of rehearsals. We rehearsed almost every day for 2 months. So when you went on stage, it was all very natural because there was no question what the next chord was or the next song. The second, the importance of the show. All the songs were great, but that was just the beginning. Then there were the videos, special effects, lasers, everything to take the audience to another dimension. Michael wanted everyone on stage to look stunning. The worst thing that could happen to him is someone dressed up to play golf, Batten recalls with a chuckle. He wanted people to be amazed, and that was one of the reasons why, when I started working in his band, it changed my look completely. We had several figurines with our clothes, 3 different costume models for each one, and in the dressing room, you had to dress according to the drawings. Much of the pop music of the second half of the 20th century was written by high-level bands of musicians like those that accompanied Michael Jackson on his record and on his tours. Booker T's, MGs, for example, were responsible for the hits on the Stax label. Earl Van Dyke's band was the backing group for Motown artists, and the Wrecking Crew were the ones to actually record such groundbreaking LPs as Pat Sounds, These Boots Are Made for Walking, or Strangers in the Night. However, with a few exceptions, her name has remained anonymous because fame took away the artists they worked for, something that in the case of Jennifer Batten has not been a problem. I quote, "I don't regret being part of Michael Jackson's band at all. On the contrary, in fact, I think that precisely because I've been part of his band, I've had more recognition as a musician than I could ever had," Batten concluded.